Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host Learbach, and you're just in time for more DarkSiders. In the last episode, we fought the jailer, one ugly SOB with a huge cage in his hands, and yeah, didn't care much for that guy. Had to defeat him by using this stupid mode, which I've mentioned several times and probably will continue to mention, that I absolutely hate having to go into this mode because of the way the control works. But that's neither here nor there, because that's past, and this is present, and what I'm about to say will be the future, because we will activate all this, and then there we go. And yeah. Got another parasite dude to deal with. Or toxin plague runner. Actually, that's not a bad name for these guys. Plague spawners. Yep. And we're poisoned. Holy crap. So you see that green stuff? You saw the green stuff around us. That's us being poisoned. Fortunately, it doesn't last too long. It's like fire doesn't last too long ever, but it's still annoying to deal with. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of souls to give to Volgrim after this. I think my voice just cracked there. Kill the bat. And actually, I do want to get something real quick. I want to set up something real quick. Now, what you should probably do, since these torches are permanently lit, is go ahead and light the other torches up here. And I guess we can't reach that last one. And go ahead and grab a bomb. I believe, can you make it that far? Let's see. Nope. But I can't grab it. If it's slow enough, you can still grab it. There we go. So now that we got that set up, we can actually blow it up. I believe, I'm trying to remember now, I believe you can target and go off screen, and there we go. And we got one measly soul, or however many that skull was worth. It kind of leads me to believe that, you know, the souls of the humans have been absorbed into the objects. Ooh, and that actually lifts this rock out of the lava. Nice. So next up we have this turn. And that lifts up. I believe. Oh, okay. So now we need to go back up and go back into the other room that we were just in. And we have more guys. You know, ouch. I'm gonna try to avoid these guys. I really don't need to fight them, and they're just gonna be annoyances. Of course, that's it. At least I got rid of the poison guy. At least you got rid of the poison dude, so we don't have to worry about him. I guess we are leveling up our scythe. Oh, we are, like, any minute now. So yeah, there we go. Ebbs and flows in war's hand, and its destructive power increases. So now our scythe does a little more damage, which is good. So we can get it up to, oh man. Oh, we have to be able to level up a lot more to be able to catch up with the Chaos Eater. By the way, I gotta say, so far in games, I've not been disappointed with things that had chaos in their name. I remember playing what was it? Shining Force. You get a sword called the Chaos Breaker. And it's like the main sword. It's from your main character. For those of you wondering what Shining Force is and wondering why you can't find it on YouTube, blame Sega, because Sega owns the copyright and they pretty much nuked all Let's Plays of it a while back. I think they continue. I think they've continued to do it. So good luck finding Shining Force stuff that's not like, you know, the newest game. But the original was awesome. It was like this RTS. Not RTS, it was a strategy game, kind of like Fire Emblem, except without the permadeath. If someone died, you could just take them to a healer, and they'd recover after the end of the fight. But the fights were usually long fights. I never much played the game myself, but I watched my friend play. Excuse me, I had a burp there. I'm fairly certain you guys couldn't hear that because it's one of those silent burps. But yeah, I watched one of my friends play through it the entire time. Cause I just couldn't play it. It's like I'm not a big strategy gamer. I probably should try again, but I tried a couple years ago with Fire Emblem. I want to say for the Game Boy Advance, the first one that came out in America. Whichever one had the thief named Jafar. I distinctly remember that one. So I remember him being like my friend's favorite. My other friend who let me borrow Fire Emblem, he was a huge Fire Emblem fan. And despite the fact that he was very disappointed with the GameCube version, seemed to be very into talking about the story of it when I asked him what was wrong with it. And he's like, oh, but... Also, it's like, it's split into 3 parts. It's like, it's really cool that it does that, but it's like, he sounded like he genuinely enjoyed the game, but he seems to be adamant on not liking it. But it only goes to prove that, you know, it's still a good series, that even their worst game, supposedly, is still good. What did I tell you about the series? It's like with Pixar, back before they released Cars 2. Like, their worst movie was a 75, but that's still better than a lot of other companies out there. And it's still better than like the best Michael Bay movie. Like I'm not sure what a Michael Bay movie would be on Rotten Tomatoes, but still, it's like that. When your worst movie is a 75, what did I tell you about your track record? Of course, that's been plummeted by Cars 2, the sequel to their weakest movie ever. That kind of tells you a little bit about their, marketing choice there. Let's make a sequel of our worst movie. The movie that everyone hated the most. Or everyone liked the least, let's put it that way. Because Cars was not a bad movie. It was a rather good movie. But, yeah, I would say it's probably one of the weaker Pixar movies. And I'm so not paying attention. And let's finish this guy off. Yeah, we are so dead. Ugh. Okay, thank goodness. This is... Okay. This is probably the worst position to be in right now, because... Yeah, we can get it this way. This is probably the worst position to be in right now, because now our health is really low. And... And let's go ahead and see that. Okay, I saw a green skull, but I did not feel the green skull. For those of you who have been talking about that, I didn't see the health rise. And I should probably be using, again, I want to level up the scythe, but I keep forgetting to use the scythe. And I didn't see anything on that one. Okay. Again, I saw a green skull come out of that guy, but I did not see it raise my health. I'm a little worried about that, so, Hey! Oh, I just realized where we were. Okay, we just came to the room I mentioned a couple episodes ago. Yeah, with the two doors that were locked, and we just went through the hallway, essentially. Eh. I must be recovering really small amounts of health. Okay, so let's activate that. And what would that do? How we get back up there? Okay, so do we need to go? Do we need to go up there? Honestly, I'm looking at it. I don't think we need to go up there. We need to go back down. So I'd probably. I thought I saw some red spikes. Probably need to go back down here. Let me look at the map. Yeah, I completely went the wrong way. That explains a lot, actually. It also explains a lot about my life, but you know, that's a completely different story. Stay away from me, skeleton monster, things of unholy righteousness. Okay, so... Whoa! That was a bad idea. I didn't realize there was not a ground there until after it was too late, and I want to stay away from you guys. No means no. So one thing I want to start mentioning, and I guess you can start calling this a normal thing of a normal part of the series, because I've mentioned this in my last Let's Play. I mentioned something somewhere about me watching Kill la Kill. Since I'm still waiting for the English version of that to finish up, to get more of those, I've been watching, in the meantime, Panty and Stocking with Garter-belt. For all the kids watching, one, why are you watching this? This is an M-rated game. Two, it's an M-rated show. Think an anime version of South Park? And that's basically this. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good representation. It's like a really low budget animation quality to it, especially for Japanese anime. Not quite to, like, you know, the paper figure look of South Park, but it has very. It looks like something that America would produce, and that was kind of the point. The whole point was to turn the whole show into a. So went the wrong way. It's like a Western parody, kind of like what Earthbound was for video games, but less kid friendly. By less kid friendly, I mean like the main characters swear like a total of 300 times per episode minimum, and that's like each episode's like 11 minutes. Well, each episode contains 2 episodes, I guess, 2 stories. One of the main characters sleeps around with every guy she can find, whereas the other is addicted to sugar and being a goth. And they both are rude and crude and... Well, let's put it this way. You have your main preacher calling your heroes angel bitches. I think it's kind of safe to say it's not for kids. And saying it in the... Let's put it this way. He's like... He's like, Samuel Jackson. If Samuel Jackson was a preacher. only like 10 times cooler, because he's freaking awesome. So as you may have guessed, the main series, for those of you who don't know, the main series stars the titular characters, Panty and Stocking, who wield their namesake garments as weapons. And before you sit there and say, how'd that happen? Well, Panty takes off her panties and turns them into swords. Excuse me, turns them into guns. Stocking turns her stockings into swords. Yeah, it's a lot more awesome when you actually see it. And there we go, the door closed right behind us. And I think I want to go this way, actually. So yeah, we're kind of stuck now. We're kind of devoted to fighting the boss. So yeah. And you're probably wondering, what's the deal with Garter-belt at the end of the title? Well, the main preacher is called Garter-belt. Don't ask why. You find out eventually why he's called that. And for as bizarre as it is, it works. It somehow works. With the bizarreness of the show. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode off here for now. So in the next episode, we'll be fighting Tiamats with next to no health. So, oh boy, this is going to be fun. Until then, I'll see you guys later.